Hi YouTube, I'd like to do an update on my tallow, Adventures with Tallow. Some of you may recall that I made a tallow candle a while back. This has been out for a couple months now, ever since I made the first video. You can see it's still very firm, doesn't leave much of an imprint when I press down. There's no off smell to it, no off color. It has been on my shelf without a lid and not refrigerated, although I do have air conditioning, and who knows, it might be a little different if there was no AC. But it's perfectly fine, just the way it was when I showed it to you a couple months ago. This was rendered from fat that I got from a grass-fed cow that we purchased some of a while back, and it was just a straight fat that was rendered down. This pot in here, I have fat or tallow that I collected when I was cooking some ground beef from the grocery store for canning. And I was doing a lot of it, so there is a fair amount. This whole pot isn't full, it's only maybe the top inch. But I found it interesting that this is still quite soft. I just took this out of the fridge, and I think you can see that just gently pressing left a fingerprint in it. It's also, if you can tell, not as white, and it may not be picking it up on camera, but it's more of a yellowy, creamy white as opposed to the white of the tallow candle. So I'm thinking that in the future, I can still use this for cooking and what have you, but I don't think it would make a very good candle. I may try it just to see if it smokes or what happens to it. But in the future, if I want tallow for something such as candles, or to be able to keep long-term storage without refrigeration, I think I would go with the pure fat. I doubt that it's because it was grass-fed that this is any different. I think it's simply that it was the pure fat that I rendered as opposed to fat that was cooked out of meat. So I just thought you might find that interesting, as I did. And take good care, folks.